Jesus had been quarantined in the garden tomb of Golgotha just outside of Jerusalem. Although publicly crucified just 3 days before, where people had gathered despite the mandate of physical distancing to mourn and cheer his very public execution on the social media platform, which was then an actual platform on a hill called Calvary, he had stocked up on the tightly scrolled toilet paper of the times and had no problem adjusting to the torment of his solitude. It is the toilet paper that is of interest. If anything is clear, we plan to eat and excrete, for one doth not shit out nothingness. Papyrus had gone viral with the written word and the act of connecting sounds to symbols, which had gained popularity during the ancient winter ritual of sitting in caves and staring at rocks, the seasonal replacement of staring over and into bodies of water. Whether reflecting the skies or offering a clear glimpse into the wonders beneath, bodies of water were the first screens and mirrors. But Jesus' execution, like the picnics where southern trees bore strange algorithmic resemblance to guillotines in open squares, where families gathered, where popcorn, frog legs, and fried locusts were sold, where street food was born, and Evites were word of mouth, Jesus' execution was a main event. People have always gathered for bloodshed. Although it would be incorrect to credit Krishna and Arjuna with inventing pay-per-view, the act of profiting from bloodshed is not new. The spoils of war, whether improvising boundaries and names of African countries, Western states, hoarding gold and jewels, or forcing women to bear the brunt and grunt of a male-riddled pathogen of power, has spawned as many industries as children. Children who are then reintroduced to the pathogen through education, religious upbringing, the rewards of belonging, who grow to choose and defend it, evoke and amend it. This is the law of the land, the law of property and ownership, overseers and officers, the surveyor that led to surveillance. We serve no other God but thee, God of our quiet moments, God of escape and ecstasy, God of sickness, death, and destiny, God of comedy and tragedy, God of bias and of bigotry. Is misplaced belief the only sin? Why should we let the rich win? O blessed Lord of pathogen, is victory in thy ratings, thy death toll? Can it be received as judgment when the poor, thy greatest victim, spread like religious thought in prison, confine and quarantine our vision? This is not a letter to the times. Times as lifetimes would take many generations to write. Each lived life a letter, a lifeline forming words, families of sounds combined to spell a spell. An autocorrect experiment in reality drama. In an age where going viral was both a curse and an ambition, we had elected a pathogen. The symptoms were systemic. Police plagued our streets uniformed in synthetic fabrics of authority, infected all they affected. Hospitals were overcrowded servers streaming a live feed through air pipes screened through a nurse's eyes. The virus entered our system like the system we entered at birth. Firewalls were burning crosses. We were not immune. Born in a celebrated cell. Walls and borders were violent fictions, property and appropriations, vintage algorithms. We were the business of the state. Earth is my hard drive, sky is my witness. We are buried here. Our sacred deposit will blossom from unmarked graves. Rare metal through mainframe program master slave. As if the technological advancements of the digital age were not rooted in basic analog exploitation. As if the exchange rate of our mortality was not worth its weight in gold. As if we had not been dying for the system to crash. We are the antibodies, the essential workers, powering the circuitry of a corporate patriarchitecture, the controlled variable of every virus and vaccine for the pathogenic machinations of a science that was never neutral. We owe them nothing. They, pronoun, they, them. They voted for this. They slow motion coup. They enter the body through the mouth, nose, or by touch. They stick to the surface. They can float in the air for hours after they're already gone. They storm City Hall with assault rifles. They not terrorists. They the police. They want all the smoke.